I cannot believe this. As you can see here, by my background here, MSN has put out an article about our favorite Foodie Beauty and how she treats the animals. Like I said, I got this from MSN. Now I got my little tablet here. I don't know how to make all this fancy stuff to where I can like scroll this for you to see, but I'm going to read you what this says, okay? Just bear with me. Chantal Serault, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Either way, Chantal, known online as Foodie Beauty for her mukbang content videos in which she eats especially large amounts of food in one sitting, is infamous for many questionable actions. Much of the criticism she repeatedly faces is connected to her irresponsible treatment of animals, as is the case once again now. Now, Foodie Beauty and her careless treatment of animals. Animal rights activists have been watching Serault with suspicion for some time. After all, the Canadian-born influencer had already given her cats at the time to friends and neighbors years ago when she decided to move to Kuwait with her husband. Even back then, people said the animals appeared to be in partially critical condition. Once in Kuwait, she collected donations for local strays, only for animal welfare organizations in the country to deny ever having worked with her. Meanwhile, the kitten she had held up to the camera for a video was allegedly abandoned by her again afterward. When she was being investigated for donation fraud at the time, she first returned to Canada and then traveled to Syria with her husband, bringing along her favorite cat, Julia. Or as we know, she calls her Juice. That's not in the article, I'm just adding that on there. Now it says, food influencer's new cat in danger? Foodie Beauty is now living back in Canada, separated from her husband. Now, side note, I'm adding, this is not in the article, I don't believe her, they're physically, her and Sola are physically separated, but according to Foodie, they're still very much together. But moving on. She left Julia with him and claimed that she did not want to put the cat through the stress of traveling, something that had apparently not been a problem on the way to Syria, and got herself a new pet despite her viewers advising against it. The main criticism here was that she claimed she currently could not afford a cat and therefore collected donations from her viewers. This raised the justified question of why she would not simply wait until her financial situation was stable and the animal's survival could be ensured. This very cat is now at the center of the latest scandals surrounding Serault and her negligent treatment of animals. In recent streams, her chat had already repeatedly warned her not to leave open cans lying around so that the cat would not injure itself on sharp edges. There were even concerns that the cat may have burned its paw on a hot stovetop. Now Serault herself is saying that she ran over the animal. Side note, this is not in the article, but maybe 2 days ago in her, she made a video and she claims she ran over the cat. The cat's name was BG13 to be precise. She claims she came in the door, ran the cat over with the scooter. But anyways, let's move on to the article. For some time now, Foodie Beauty has only been getting around on a scooter. At first, she claimed she would use it only in emergencies and for long distances, but it has since become her constant companion. Don't we know? Now she said in a stream that a few days earlier, when she drove her scooter into the apartment, she suddenly heard her cat cry out in pain. She then followed the cat through the apartment, grabbed it, and checked its paws and tail for possible wounds. Although the animal did not appear to be injured, Serault said she was sure she had hit it, not least because the cat kept running away from her afterward and no longer seemed to trust her. While some critics see this as proof of how irresponsibly the food influencer treats the animal, others suspect something even worse. They believe Serault may have simply invented the incident. Myself, I believe it happened. But the problem with that theory is that it is allegedly meant to serve as a distraction from other misconduct currently being attributed to Serault, connected to further questionable fundraising campaigns and lies. If this is true, critics argue, Serault appears willing to expose herself once again to accusations of animal cruelty, just to drown out other criticism directed at her. For critics, her apparent willingness to take on the image of an animal abuser, simply so that people stop talking about other alleged scams, is seen as an undeniable sign that the influencer should be strictly banned from keeping this cat and animals in general. So whether she actually ran over the animal or not, one thing seems clear. The cat does not appear to be truly safe in Foodie Beauty's home. And what do you make of that? I can imagine when Chantal sees this article how seething mad she is going to be. But that is basically what happened. She's too lazy to get off the scooter to go through the door of her apartment, so she rides the scooter into the apartment, and she claims that BG was waiting for her at the door. She did not see the cat, and she ran the cat over. Then later in the stream, she gets incredibly angry, saying we can accuse her of being an animal ABUSER. We could accuse her, we can call ASPCA or do whatever we want, but she knows her cat is fine and taken care of. Because she knows the cat is fine because she gave the cat treats and the cat came up to her, so she knows that it's fine. Now mind you, this cat's living in horrific conditions. As mentioned in the article, it walks across the stove, which is a flat top stove because it's electric. This cat can get burned. She trash throughout the apartment. Just weeks ago, we seen when she cleaned off the end of her couch, there was moldy chicken from Kentucky Fried Chicken. That this cat could have easily opened this paper box and ate this food. This cat she has no business having these animals. None. We've had suspicions that she's not keeping the litter box clean. The cat appears to not be brushed. The cat appears to be fed. And although it is a kitten, this cat is extremely wild, and I believe that's because she is not engaging enough with this cat, giving it the attention that it needs. But yeah, if you want to look up this article, just go ahead. You could search, Google it, Chantal Zeralt, MSNBC, and you'll see this article here. What do you think? Do you think Chantal really ran over the cat? Do you think she should even have a cat, or any animals for that matter? And how do you think she's going to react to seeing this article in a nationwide publication such as MSN? Let me know your thoughts.